Hey, J Knows Credit checking in. How's everyone doing? Live from the whip. Hope everyone had a great day today. I wanted to do an evening session. Started my first YouTube live session earlier today just to test it out. Now I'm just doing a part 2 to that for the evening, and I wanted to show a couple of things, also talk about a couple of things. But right now, just being in my car, I'm going to talk about preparing to buy a car. If you're trying to buy a car next year, or you're trying to buy a car by the end of the year, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your credit in order before you go in there, because most car dealerships, they're going to run your credit as much as they can. They're going to run your credit 5, 10, 15 times. A lot of them are not looking to help you. They're looking to get that sale. That's what they want. So they might run your credit 10 times, and whoever gives you credit, that's who they're going to go with. Or they're going to offer you all the lines of credit they can give you through any company if they can get you approved for more than one, and just have you pick the one that's best for you just to get the sale. Especially CarMax, they'll run your credit 1,000,000 times to get you a car. But before you walk into any place to buy a car, you need to already know that you've been approved. A lot of people don't know if they're gonna get approved or not when they walk into a car dealership. You need to know that. But it's not just about your credit score, it's about your credit history and your credit to debt utilization. So before you walk into any place to get anything financed, make sure that you are prepared and you already know that you're going to get approved. Here's a little backdoor secret about car salesmen and what they do at car dealerships. So what happens is, when you walk into a car dealership, and let's say you are approved for a car, when they go to the back or they do some things on the computer that you can't see, they're looking at what they can get you approved for. As far as, let's say they can get you approved for 4% on the low end, but what they'll do is they'll talk to the creditors and it's like, hey, if you can bump your client up to paying 7% or 11% or whatever the case may be, if they can bump you up to doing that, they'll get a bigger commission. So they're looking at the bigger commission. They're not always looking at helping the client. They're looking at the bigger commission. So they come back and they say, hey, you've been approved for this car at 8%. Just sign right here and you can get this vehicle. A lot of people like, oh, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and get this vehicle because I got approved for it. I'm excited. I want to get the car, drive off, be happy, go stunt on the gram, go tell everybody I got a new car and all that. But you're not getting the best interest rate. And that's one reason why a lot of people's cars shouldn't impress you, because a lot of people who have nice cars, not everyone, okay, but a lot of people who go and get a nice car, they're paying way too much for it. Way too much. They're paying, $50,000 for a $30,000 car, or they got a $10,000 car, they're paying, $22,000 for that same car. So just put it in perspective. Some people are paying almost double, if not double, over that 5 to 7 year period, just because they wanted to rush and get the car. So before you get any type of car, make sure you already know that you'll get approved for it before you do anything else. All right. And there's different ways you can find out. If you need some help, you definitely can get with me. I can definitely show you how to know. And also know when your credit cards and your credit report updates. If you have credit lines, they update on different days of the month. So you want to make sure that you're keeping up with that before you go apply to anything. Because a lot of times you apply and you might have used your credit card a lot that month. And so it might already reported that you used a lot that month. So when you go apply for something, if your credit to debt ratio is higher, then you may not get approved, or you may not get approved for as much as you want as far as getting furniture, financing, anything at Best Buy, or, whatever the case may be. Make sure before you run your credit, you're going to get approved. All right. And don't be afraid to be demanding. I was talking to a friend about that earlier today. Don't be afraid to be demanding. if you know your credit's already good, you know what I'm saying, there's no problem with being a little bit cocky when you go in to apply for something, because people think that you don't know any better. So if they try to give you an offer and that's not what you want, tell them that. Don't just agree to whatever offer they give you. Say, hey, I'm not leaving here unless you give me 0%. If I don't get 0%, then I'm not buying whatever you selling. I like that, but I can go down the street and get it. I like that Mazda, but I can go to Nissan and get a Nissan. It really don't matter, because I know they're going to give me 0% interest rate. What are you going to give me today? All right? That's the good thing. Instead of you letting them boss you around when it comes to your credit, once your credit is good, you can kind of do things and kind of stretch your stuff, throw your weight around a little bit, and start demanding more respect, because your credit score says you need to get more respect. All right? And another thing I wanted to show here as well, let me get my light on here. One thing I want to show here as well, which a lot of people talk bad about, the Vantage scores and stuff like that. So right here I've got, this is an Experian credit report, right? So that's, see Experian right there, right? It's got their barcode right here as well. It's not like a copy, nothing like that, right? All right, so on this Experian paper, I marked out the information. I might see anybody's information right here. But on this credit report, I'm going to show you the other side of this credit report. All right. And it talks about here, it talks about, about this credit report, stuff like that right there. Right. But if you actually go over here, which I have a bad connection right now, hopefully everybody can still see. Right here, let's see. Oh, it still says bad connection. Oh, my connection is bad. So if I put it back down, maybe it won't be a bad connection. Alright. But right here, I guess I hope everybody can still see. It talks about your Vantage score right there. It talks about your Vantage score. And getting your Vantage score for $7.95 if you want to order it. Alright, so a lot of people talk bad about Vantage scores not being accurate or Credit Karma not being accurate. So why on your Experian credit report are they saying you can get your Vantage score if they're not using an accurate scoring model? Okay, it's very accurate for a lot of things. People just don't know any better. Alright, I just want to talk about that again. Also got a video on that Vantage score compared to Vico scores, and they're both good for what you want to use them for. All right. But yeah, hopefully you saw that. Like I said, my connection was bad. I'm gonna show that again because my connection just said it's good now. But this right here on this credit report, Experian is talking about getting your credit score through your Vantage score and paying $7.95 in order to do that. All right. So why would your credit report have you get a Vantage score if it wasn't accurate? All right, Vantage scores are very accurate when it comes to buying cars and getting credit cards. FICO scores are more accurate when it comes to, getting houses, getting a lot of loans. But they both do what they're supposed to do. You can still use both scoring models for different things. Don't let anybody tell you any different. All right, but hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Just wanted to make a couple of things here known. But y'all have a blessed evening. Try to do some of these, as much as I can, just to drop some knowledge. If you have any questions, you can always leave a question or comment under the video. I definitely try to respond as fast as possible. If you want to contact me about any credit services, my number is 919-659-8831. That's 919-659-8831. And you can get any type of knowledge you would like from me. Just don't take too much advantage of that. All right, y'all have a great evening. God bless your finances. God bless your credit score. Get it up. 800 all the way. Keep going. And I'll see y'all at the top.